Hello friends, and welcome once again to the Musician's Corner. Now my last lesson I was showing you how many songs can be played using just 3 chords. Now what we're going to do today is I'm going to cover a couple of things with you. We're going to talk about how to dress up your, dress up your accompaniment. Now we're going to stick with that 3 chord formula. Matter of fact, the song we're going to do is let me pick one off the top of my head. Let's say Knocking on Heaven's Door. Okay, the chords we're going to be using for this are G, to D, to A minor, now if you want to play that little pattern like that, the little strum pattern that I did a while ago, with a simple strum pattern, that would be fine. That would suffice if you want to play the whole song like that. But you know, at some point, you know, when you become more skilled, and to avoid monotony, you may want to dress it up and stuff. So one of the things that one of the signature of my playing a lot of times is my arpeggios. And you know, for those of you who don't know what arpeggio is, this is a fancy word. This means it comes from harp. You know how on a harp you hear songs play like. So an arpeggio is just a chord. Instead of playing the chord like this, playing it one note at a time. It's a technique that, like I said, came from the harp actually. Okay, so one of the trademarks of my playing style is using arpeggios a lot. Now, so what we're gonna do with this now, what you may want to do, instead of playing the regular G, the open G like that, like I told you in an earlier lesson, I hardly ever use, well, I'm not gonna say hardly ever, I don't use bar chords a lot. A lot of times what I do, instead of using a full bar, or I will take partial bar, like the G at the 3rd fret, the G form, where I got the 2 fingers on the 1st and 2nd strings, the 1 finger barring the 1st and 2nd strings, then on the 3rd string at the okay, let me start over. I'm on the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd string. 1st and 2nd strings. I'm barring those 2 strings with my 1st finger. Okay. I'm taking my 2nd finger, and on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, I'm pressing that down. On the 5th fret of the 4th string, I'm using my 3rd finger. And at the same time, I'm taking my thumb and wrapping around the neck. Now, this is, like I said, something that school teachers teach classical technique will frown upon. But anyway, we're being practical here. So, and what I'm doing is how I'm picking this chord is I'm pitching the octave notes together, which are the 3 G's. I got 3 G's in this chord. In the G chord, I got 3 G tones in this chord, and so I'm picking them together. And how I'm doing that is I'm pinching the 6th string, the 4th string, and the 1st string together like this. It's like a pinching motion. And then just hit the 2nd string, the 3rd string, 2nd string, and the 1st string. Then go to the D. I'm gonna pinch the open D and the F sharp on the 1st string together, like the same thing with the picking pattern. And then hit third string, second string, first string. Now on the A, I'm doing on the A minor, I'm doing a little differently. I'm doing I'm pitching the A note, and get A note, the A bass note on the 5th string, and then the 1st and 4th strings together, which are the notes E and, well, those are 2 E's. So I'm pitching the A and the 2 E's together, like that. That's like. And then the third, second, and 1st string. So this is what we get. Now there's other ways you can play that arpeggio. There's a bunch of ways you can play that arpeggio. You can do it like. There's even different chord voices you can use. You can play something like. Now, I want to clarify, this lesson here is not aimed at, this is aimed mostly at I'm going to say intermediate players. Beginners and intermediate, you know. For those of you who are more, the last tip I gave you as far as the chord voicing, that's more for like the intermediate players. And see, what I like about playing with the arpeggios is you can, like, if you finger this the way I'm telling you to, you can add a little with the free finger there. I got this finger here free. I'm taking the hammering on right there on the 1st string at the 5th fret. See, I'm doing that little slide there. You know, I get it, A minor, I'm doing this little slide. So there's little things that you can do that'll like spice up your playing. So that's one example. Now another thing I want to talk to you about. Sometimes let's say that you those of you who are beginners and stuff, you don't want to, like, maybe your voice doesn't fit that key of that song particularly. Maybe you want to take it up, maybe up. Let's say you want to play it a little higher. Let's say a whole step higher. Now, you know, as you know, each fret represents a step. Each fret upward represents a half step, rather. So if you can take that up a whole step, instead of playing it in G, start with a G. You now keep the G, the same open G form, but you got this is one. This is called a Capo, by the way. Or as my former mentor Wallace Walker used to call it, a cheetah's bar. But anyway, I'm putting it at the 2nd fret, which is gonna move the whole thing up a 2nd fret. So I mean, I'll move everything up a whole step. So with that in mind, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna keep the same fingering. So you don't have to learn a new fingering or anything. You're just gonna finger stuff as you would normally. Instead of what you do, you just shorten the neck. So it's like. those two there, I'm doing a little hitting on the guitar now. The reason for that is like with the guitar too, when you're playing solo, a lot of times you want to make things sound bigger than they are. So I don't have a drummer here, so in place of that, I'm using adding my own percussion. So that was I added a little syncopation by doing that also. So that's pretty much my lesson for today. Hopefully I covered a lot of ground, and I'll be continuing later on with some more, showing you some more. I'll be expounding more on arpeggios and how to use them and stuff. Make them sort of help make your playing more interesting and stuff. So that's the musician corner for today. Hope to see you next time. Until then, keep on playing.